district's elementary schools. So as I have an up-and-coming second grader who potentially could have to move an elementary school, who is in SAC program already registered through the summer and through to next year, my child may have to flip an elementary school, but from what I'm hearing is my child wouldn't actually have to flip and go to the actual school that she would be attending, because she would be under that particular transportation of having to go from, say, Lickdale to Jonestown. Because if you're going to cut transportation to all of us who pay money for the SAC program that's at Jonestown, which is my understanding is bused from the other elementary schools to Jonestown, then, I mean, we really need to think about this process, because you're affecting a ton of people. We do not have after-school care in this district. It is completely overwhelmed. There's not very many places to send your children, and the SAC program is affordable and is completely appropriate for school-age children. The other thing that I would like to comment on is the safety. As I mentioned earlier about the human trafficking and some of the things that have transpired in this district, I'm concerned about the safety in regards to what is being allowed to come through our doors. Are there clearances being done? What is the procedure that is happening there? It is my understanding that these folks that are coming in as vendors to the high school are handing out information. However, some vendors are taking information. So they are taking height, weight, hair color, eye color. They're taking addresses, emails, cell phone numbers. And I really think as a parent, if you're looking at this big, huge problem that we have in this in America today with this trafficking that is very close to home, we really need to be watching who we're allowing into this building. We have booster club members who have to work in concession stands, who have to have clearances. If we're not requiring that of vendors, we have a problem. There's a double standard there. We really need to work on safety and the future of this district. We don't have any leadership here. Everybody is leaving. We need leadership. We need to be able to figure out what is going to happen in the coming year so that we can make sure that we're going in the forward motion to make this a positive environment for everyone, staff and students.
Thank you, Ms. McCoy. Any new business that anyone would, Mr. Gray, on a roll tonight? All right.
Yeah, well, I really, you know, it's frightening to hear the word human trafficking, and I don't think that it is, would be prudent to take the comments made by Lisa, and I appreciate your input on that, and I would like to have, I'm not sure, Director Erman, if I give this request to you or to Mr. Skozen, that we have some kind of follow-up to this issue, just to make sure that we've got everything in place for the safety of our children. Okay.
Yes, I think Mr. Skozen has taken note of that, and we'll definitely get follow-up.
Appreciate it.
For the next month's meeting, and for the board itself, we'll hear about it in the next week or so. Any new business from anyone else? The only thing I'd like to say before we adjourn is, I believe in about 2 weeks there's elections, and one of the elections is school board, so I would just encourage everybody. You said 1 week, you told me 2. Okay, so it is 1 week. In about a week there's school board elections along with the other elections. I would just hope that everybody in the community gets out and exercises the great right we have as Americans to speak our mind and vote in the polls, and hopefully we'll get a huge turnout for that. Thank you very much. This meeting is adjourned.